gamers, my name is Lucy. We are currently at E3 and I am with Kara Massie, producer of the new Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Really
good to
enjoying
hear.
E3.
Good. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? So how was it bringing back Crash into 2017, 2 decades on? How was that for you?
It's amazing. I mean, we were always saying it's like a love letter to the fans, and that's exactly what it's been. I mean, when we first found out that we were going to be remaking the most iconic, beloved games of this also iconic franchise, we were like, this is such a great opportunity, and we knew we just had to bring everything we could into this because they're iconic for a reason. They're amazing games. They were considered groundbreaking visually. So yeah, we've thrown everything at this. It's been a really it's a passion project for us.
How do you think players are going to react to this?
I think we're already seeing how players are reacting to this. People are seeing some of the footage that's come out already, and we're also in events like this. We're seeing so many of you guys are remember playing 15, 20 years ago, and the reactions we're seeing are exactly what we were hoping for. It's like, oh my gosh, it's exactly like I remember, but it's also totally new because it's everything's been remade from the ground up, all new art, all new sounds, everything's new, but it feels like people remember, and it's really bringing back great memories for people, and it's as fun as it ever was.
It does play heavily on nostalgia, like you said. Loads of people had this in their childhood, but how do you think people who have never played Crash before, how are you going to entice them, and what do you think they'll think about it?
Well, again, we've done some of that testing already in the studio. We've done user testing not only to bring back people like yourselves who are nostalgic fans or the hardcore fans, making sure that it's playing right for them, but also people that don't know nothing, the 1 or 2 people in the world that know nothing about Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. No, like, new people to the franchise, because we are also interested in, everyone loves Crash. Let's bring them back to a whole new generation. And they, one of the nice things about this game is it's super easy to pick up.
Yes.
Even like we're seeing like the developers' children as young as 5 or whatever, they just come in, sit down at one of our play pits, and they're like picking up the controller and away they go. It's really easy to get into, and it's just really compelling to play. It's also, we're seeing a lot of people, smiling. It's a real joyful, fun, it's a humorous, silly game in its way, although it's like really compelling and challenging. So that nice mix is really appealing to all the new fans.
Everybody does love Crash, but I think you have a bit of an announcement to make. Yes. So, what role is Coco going to play?
Well, Coco is now playable on all 3. Crash's little sister is also playable. So she had a few levels that she was playable in Warped, which is the 3rd game. But the team, really earlier on in production, the team came to me and said, we need to make a playable Coco. We need to bring her back into all 3 games.
I'm so happy.
So that's exactly what we said. We're like, all right, if we're going to do this, we have to, do right by this. Again, it's not just going to be a reskin. It's, she has her own deaths, her own idols, reward sequence, the whole thing. We really wanted that joy of all those moment to moment that you just, when you first played Crash for the first time, yes. And, like all the ways he dies, it's like, oh, now you get to experience those again when you play Coco in all new levels.
So recently, Naughty Dog, who originally created the Crash series on PlayStation 1, you got their seal of approval. They said it was amazing, it played great. How did that feel to you guys?
That's like the biggest compliment. I mean, when another dev team, and especially the dev team that are the original creators of the work, give theirs a seal of approval, that meant a lot to us. And they've also seen playable Coco, and they think that's a fantastic addition, and they loved her as so it was like, yep, that's great. Awesome. It meant a lot to us.
Oh, awesome. Okay, finally, this is a bit of a silly question, but how do you think a Wumpa fruit tastes?
You know what, I want it to taste like a mango, but I think I heard one of the original dev team describe it as, I think he said like a peach mixed with like wet dog hair or something like that, which sounds terrible, but I want it to taste like a mango.
Yeah, I always thought it was a mango. All right then, Kara, thank you very much for chatting with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.